Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This was originally just going to be my February reset video, and the aim this year was to upload a reset video every month. However, I've just realised for me that's not that realistic, because I do like the same things every month and it's quickly going to get repetitive. And I think just because I work full time, I'm like squeezing in bookish things around work and it's quite hard to film them. So I've decided what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to do like a seasonal reset. If there is one month where I do like a particular lot of bookish stuff, I will make one that month, but otherwise I'm going to kind of compile them together. This is going to be my like spring reset. There's a little bit of stuff in here from like earlier in the year, but predominantly this is going to be like getting ready for the spring. So like February and March. I think you're probably seeing this in March, towards the end of March maybe, beginning of April, I don't know. Whenever you're seeing this, hello, this is my spring reset. So this is quite an interesting season. Oh, not the food down my jumper, how embarrassing. This is quite an interesting season because I'm moving house. So I don't know how I'm going to do separate, I don't know how I'm going to do the vlogs yet, but there's definitely going to be some stuff in this vlog around like packing up some of the shelves, etc, etc. So the first thing that I needed to do in this vlog was to get up to date with my reading trackers. I'd not finished January's yet. As I'm filming this now, by the way, it's the middle of February. I hadn't finished January's and I hadn't started February's. So what you can see on the screen now is the footage of me doing that. The templates that I'm using are for sale on my Etsy if you're interested. I particularly love the February one, I think it's so cute. And there are some really cute ones, if I do say so myself, for the rest of the year as well. So it's basically just a tracker. I do still use apps to track, like on a kind of daily, weekly basis, but I just think these are cute to have for monthly. I post them on my Instagram as like an Instagram reading wrap up. I put them on my Notion, so it's really easy for me to look back at the end of the year and see what I've read. I also like them because it just kind of gives a snapshot without having to scroll all the way through my Goodreads. It's really easy for me to go back and look and kind of reflect on my reading month. A big goal of mine this year is to read books that I actually want to read and really get my average rating up, not by rating books higher, but by choosing books that I think I'm going to like. Obviously there's always going to be duds, and I don't just want to stay in my comfort zone. I want to read books out of my comfort zone, but books out of my comfort zone that I think I'll actually like, not just reading them for the sake of it. This is kind of my book journal because I just don't have the time to do a physical book journal. This is kind of just my alternative to that, like a digital book journal. And again, I put them on Instagram, I use them on my Notion, etc, etc. So you can see on the screen, or have seen, I don't know if the clip's still running, I put a picture of the book cover, the title of the book, the rating, and then just like an overall comment. My full reviews, I still do those on Goodreads. These aren't for like full reviews, this is just meant to be like a snapshot of how I felt about the book, or like kind of a one sentence summary of how I felt about it. And then I also put a little emoji to kind of show how I read it. So the little phone represents it being a Kindle read, the headphones mean I listen to it on audio, and the open book means it's a physical read. There are, as you will notice on a few of them, more than one emoji, because quite often I will read books in more than one format. I'll often switch between a physical and an audio just as I'm going about my day. So yeah, that is the book trackers that I needed to do. And then I'm going to let the footage roll now for the rest, because I've already filmed some footage for this vlog. I'm going to let the footage roll, and then you'll see me again looking like this in a couple of minutes, because I am going to start packing up some of my shelves. I can't pack all of them because I need to still film like in front of them. So I'm just going to try and pack the shelves that you can't see in the frame when I'm filming, and then I'll have to pack the other ones a little bit more last minute. But yeah, that's the plan for now. Hello. I've also decided that in this video I really want to rearrange my TBR cart. I don't know why I've not got my glasses on, that feels weird. I want to rearrange my TBR cart because it's just a bit of a mess, and I would ideally like to have my monthly TBR on the top. So I'm going to see if I can fit all the other books on the other two layers. Not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to try. It will mean the other layers are going to look a bit cramped, but hopefully I will be able to therefore fit my monthly TBR on the top layer, but we'll see. I don't know if this is going to work. I did it, and we've actually got some semblance of organisation. So the top row there is my February TBR, and then the second row, if I move back, the camera's on a tripod to keep it steady, but obviously that means I can't really move it very easily. And then on the second row we've got books that are either continuing a series or standalones, and the ones on the front are more priority reads, and it is double lined, so the ones around the back are not quite priority reads. And then on the bottom we've got books that would require me to start a new series, so they're really not the priority right now. I'm trying to finish series, not start them. I'm pretty happy with it, to be fair. I'm not a massive fan of the fact that it's double stacked, so like there's books on the back that I can't see, but I know that they're not my priority reads anyway, so it's not that deep. I am overall happy that I have finally managed to clear it enough so that I can get my monthly TBRs on the top row. Hello everyone, it is another new day, and today we're doing another little refresh activity. We are going to take some books and go drop them off, like to sell them. Basically, if you're in the UK, WH Smith, I've mentioned this in a video before, do this thing called Book Cycle, where you basically just sell your books back to them. You don't get much for them. For some books you literally get like 10 pence. For some books you might get like £4 or £5. It just completely depends on what their kind of supply and demand is. Basically, they obviously pay more for the books that they need, so I'm going to take those. I've already done it a couple of times, and you just get a voucher for WH Smith. Basically, that's the plan for now. We are going to go take those and then have a little around the other bookshops, I think, while we're there as well. Do a little spot. I don't know if I'll buy anything, because obviously I'm going to do the order anyway. I've already done a works order yesterday, and I also want to do a Waterstones order because I have some vouchers for there. So do I really need to go book shopping? No, but I kind of just want to. So we'll have a little browse around the shops whilst we're out, see what we can find. Sorry if you can hear my neighbour's music. What a waste of time that was. I'm actually home, sat in the same place, in the car. But that was a waste of time because they wouldn't take them. Not the person in the shop's fault at all. Because the shop closes next week, she's been told she's not allowed to take any more, even though it let me process it on the website. So I'm back home with all the books. I drove all that way for literally nothing. I went around the bookshops, there was nothing at all of interest, because in the works, obviously they had the stuff that I already ordered yesterday. I hope the book shopping online later will cheer me up, because this refresh has now turned into needing to refresh my mood. It's not been a good day so far. I'm not in like an awful mood, but I kind of am in a bad mood, because this morning I wanted a really nice bath. I ran the bath and it was cold. Completely cold. There was just no hot water coming out, but I didn't realise till the whole bath was run. The only saving grace is that I was going to put a bath bomb in and I didn't, so at least I haven't wasted a bath bomb. So I had a cold bath just so I could have a quick wash. I'm going to have another bath tonight, a warm bath with a nice bath bomb, try and cheer myself up. We're also going to do the online book order. That'll hopefully cheer me up. What else can we do to make me happy? We'll do a bit of reading, we'll watch some booktube. I'm not going to do too much for the rest of the day, really. I've tried to be doing jobs throughout the week so that I don't have a massive amount to do today, because usually I spend my whole Saturdays like just cleaning the house, and that's not the kind of life I want. So yeah, I've kind of tried to leave today free to have like a me day. But I feel like I've also wasted like a cute outfit. I do need to film a video, to be fair. So there's that. I might film 2 videos just to feel productive, because I've achieved nothing so far today. I've had a cold bath and driven like over an hour for no reason. But I'm gonna go have some food now because I'm hungry and hangry, and then we'll probably film after that, and then I'll come back to this video when I'm doing more reset things. Hopefully they're going to be more successful than this one was. Sorry that I look like this and that I'm sat in bed. I'm just sat editing this and the next clip rolls with literally no context. So just popping in to say, this is me sat updating my series tracker. I'm not going to go through it all in this video. I've just uploaded a video going through all the series I'm in the middle of, and I'm going to obviously update it every month, and then I think probably like midway through the year I'll film a whole video doing a check-in of all the series I'm in the middle of, the progress I've made, etc, etc. So yeah, the next clip, just for context, is me updating my series tracker. Hello everyone. I have done a very small little unhaul, not enough to film a whole unhaul video, and I've already filmed like 2 of those this year. I've been getting rid of quite a lot of books, but I just thought we could do it in here as part of the refresh, getting rid of a few books. I'll probably end up doing this like basically at the end of every month when I go through my physical TBR. During the month I'll read a book, but I keep it on the top of my TBR cart. I don't put them straight back on my shelf when I've finished. And then when I have filmed my wrap up at the end of the month, I kind of look at them and think, okay, which of these physical copies do I actually want to keep? Which do I want to display or maybe reread one day, or just I enjoyed them enough to have them on the shelves. These are the ones from February that did not make the cut. The first one is You Made a Fool of Death of Your Beauty. I DNF'd this. I'm not going to pick it back up. I already tried to read it twice. I tried to listen to it on audio, and yeah, I'm just not ever gonna finish this. It's not the book for me. It's a really gorgeous hardback copy as well, so I feel like someone else would really enjoy this. Unfortunately, that person is just not me. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I did finish, but I gave it 2 stars. Again, I'm never gonna reread it. I didn't love it. It doesn't spark joy when I look at it, so again, with it being a popular book, I feel like hopefully someone else will pick this up cheap and enjoy it more than I did. And then we've got a few more DNFs. The Devil Wears Prada, 20s Girl, and Hamnet. All reasonably different books, unfortunately none of which were for me. I just found them all a little bit boring. They're just not my kind of book. I gave them all a go. I read like 100 pages of them. I really had high hopes for Hamnet. Like this one I am so gutted about because I love Shakespeare. So I really wanted to like this, but I just don't. And I'm not going to force myself to. Again, I tried to read this like 3 or 4 times and it's just not happening. So another 3 DNFs. And then the last one, I actually really enjoyed this book. So you might think, well, why on earth are you getting rid of it? Basically, this is in a very big series. I had the first and the third books in physical copies, but they didn't match and I didn't have any of the others. I've since looked online. This will make more sense. It's part of the Shadowhunters universe. It's the 3rd book in the Mortal Instruments series, City of Glass. Basically, you can buy the whole Mortal Instruments and Infernal Devices online for like 25 quid. If I went and bought them all separately, they'd be like £8 to £10 each, so it'd cost me a hell of a lot more money than that. So I've already unhauled the first one because they don't match anyway. I'm going to unhaul this one and then I will just buy the bulk ones so that they all match. I've got them all and they're not expensive to buy anyway, so yeah, hopefully someone else will find this and it will match their editions and they will love it. I don't know why, like this one's shiny. It has the same spine as the first one, but this one's shiny and that one's not. I don't care that much that they don't match. Like, I don't want to sound vain. Not all of my books match, but the fact that I can go and buy, like, is it 10 books for £25? Or pay like £10 each for them. I'm just going to go buy them and I don't need duplicate copies, so off that one goes as well. So yeah, that is my very little unhaul. There might be, I don't think there'll be any more before I upload this video, but I assume there will be more books on haul because I'm moving house. So I've packed all the books that I think I want to keep, but it might be that when we redo my shelves in the new house, there might be some more books that I take off and decide I actually don't want to keep. So yeah, we will see. But as of now, there are some more books that I am unhauling.
This on my iPad is crazy, but I am sat editing this on my iPad now. And I don't know why I didn't realise when I filmed the earlier clip that this video just didn't have an ending either. So, hello, I'm here to edit this video. I know it wasn't the longest reset. I honestly struggled with what to include in this. So, if you watch these kind of videos, if you enjoy these like monthly resets, doing bookish stuff, please feel free to leave a comment of what you'd like to see in these videos. Like when you watch other people's, what things do they do that you enjoy watching? And I will try and incorporate those in my future ones because I enjoy like the premise of this video. I just really struggle with what to actually include and what to put in it. So yeah, please do feel free to leave suggestions down below, but otherwise that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do give it a thumbs up down below if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!